Hello and welcome to day 3 of reading comprehension from iQuanta. By the way, PDF is in description. And yes, of course, we have started with some moderate or say you can say easy passages because slowly we want to build up the momentum and take you to the really tough ones. So this is just for start. What I'm going to do is for every slide I'm going to give you 5-6 seconds so you can pause and read and check your and mark your answers और उसके बाद explanation start होता है. Okay, but before we do all that, you may download and install this app, and you can also win a lot of iCoins just by engaging yourself with the app. Like करें, comment पे like कर दें, कुछ पैसा बना लें. All right. So here, of course, we have the batches for IPMAT 27 and 28. हर बार भूल जाता हूँ, जब slide आती है तब याद आता है. I hope आपको याद रहेगा. All right. Please pause the video and have a look. Start reading. Now we have question number 1. Question number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. All right. So I hope you paused the video at relevant points and read the passage and the questions, and you've marked your answers. And now we start reading the passage and finally getting the answers. All right, Corey Anton wrote in his 2011 book, Communication Uncovered, death is not simply a future event that will one day come to pass, which means that will one day happen, as if our only possible relation to it is anticipation. Death is right here, now, life's picture frame. All living things die, but awareness of death is the precondition for life's meaningfulness. He says, all living things die, but this is an important sentence, but awareness of death is the precondition for life's meaningfulness. If someone is aware of death, ये तो होना ही है, then he can have a meaningful life. This was said by Corey Anton. Anton's inspiration for the idea of death being a picture frame for life came from anthropologist and social scientist Gregory Bateson. तो इंस्पिरेशन कहाँ से आया? ग्रेगरी बेटसन से आया था जब उन्होंने ये स्टेटमेंट दिया. In his essay, A Theory of Play and Fantasy, 1955, Bateson suggested that we have psychological frames that help focus our attention. We have psychological frames that help focus our attention. Basically, if you have a frame, you can focus on whatever is inside rather than thinking in a haphazard manner. He wrote, the frame around a picture, if we consider this frame as a message intended to order or organize the perception of viewer, says, attend to what is within and do not attend to what is outside. In the same way, bearing our end in mind offers us a way to make meaning from the past, what we have done, the present, what we are currently doing, and the future, what we have yet to do. So if you have that frame of the inevitability of inevitability of death, when a person is aware that life is going to end, he can focus on his past, present, and future in a much better way than somebody who is not aware of the concept of death. Inevitable. Okay. For much of human history, ars moriendi, the art of dying. ठीक है, इसको explain करते हैं. Normally they give a word which is not from English or is subject specific, बेटा वो 100% explain करेगा हमको. For much of human history, the art of dying was a widespread concept, as Moriarty meant human beings accepting their fate, whether it was in fealty to fortune, like Betheus, or to God. See, for instance, Job 1:21, the Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. Now, this is religious, okay? Nowadays, we are less concerned with dying well and more concerned with saving and prolonging life. We are less concerned with dying well. Instead, we are trying to prolong life. Yet, even though many of our ancestors accepted death as part of life, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross suggested in On Death and Dying, 1969, that death has always, throughout human history, been seen as distasteful. कुल मिला के ना, nobody likes death. हालांकि जो ancestors थे, they accepted death as part of life. ये तो होना ही है. The Hebrews were typical of ancient cultures in treating a dead body as unclean, distasteful, and dead body उन्होंने Hebrews treat करते थे as if it was unclean. Often, Kubler-Ross argued, we think death is something that happens to others, but which is not possible for ourselves. But as we age, we realize we are powerless to stop death. Even if we can starve it off, थोड़ा दूर कर सकते हैं, postpone कर सकते हैं, starve it off, for a time with medicine and care. Kubler-Ross submitted that paradoxically, self-contradictory statement is called a paradox. Submitted that paradoxically, the more science and medicine advances, the more we seem to fear death. Oh, ancestors, they had accepted death as a part of life. Now, with more advancement, we want to prolong life, and hence we have become more fearful of death. In my opinion, even now we often see death as an undignified event. But that's an unhealthy perception. Perhaps there is something intrinsically valuable to death. अब author कहता है, there is something intrinsically valuable to death. In an essay titled The Meaning and Value of Death, 2002, Ira Byock showed that the Western world rarely searches for meaning, that is, purpose in death, instead seeking a causal explanation. What caused for it, such as people dying due to their dietary habits or carelessness. तो डेथ के कॉज पे ज्यादा फोकस कर रहा है rather than the meaning or the purpose behind that. However, even were those people to lead admirably healthy lives and survive whatever high-risk activities they undertake, they would still eventually meet death. So regardless of how healthy you eat and how much exercise you do, ultimately people die. Borrowing from and building upon Anton's work, I want to argue that death gives life meaning precisely by becoming life's picture frame, or as we might say, by giving focus to life. But why not use any of the other metaphors surrounding death to describe death? अब यहाँ पे metaphor लिया था picture frame का. So author ends the passage by saying, why not use some other metaphor? Well, we don't know. If the passage would have continued, probably we would have found the answer. But अभी तो नहीं पता हमको. Open-ended question. All right, question number 1. Which of the following best captures the central argument of the passage? बेटा central idea क्या है हमारा? ठीक. Number 1. Advances in medicine have made human beings less willing to confront the reality of death. बेटा ये कहीं पे mention किया है कि we have become more fearful of death because we want to prolong our life, and medicine helps us do that. But I don't think this is the central argument. B. Death derives its significance from the way different societies have historically interpreted it. Death derives its significance from the way different societies have historically interpreted. How many societies interpretation is given in the passage? So you don't have enough data to say that this is the central idea. बहुत सारे societies का तो बात की है. हाँ, Hebrews को बोला है कि वो distasteful मानते थे और unclean body मानते थे. A dead body was an unclean body. See, awareness of mortality provides the perspective through which life acquires meaning. Beta, it starts with Anton saying that, picture frame, and it ends with the author also. He says, borrowing from Anton. Before he ends the passage by saying, why not use some other metaphors? उसके पहले बंदा क्या कर रहा है? Anton की support कर रहा है ना कि purpose मिल जाता है. Meaning understand करते हैं हम लोग. I think we can hold it. Let's check D and eliminate. Metaphors are indispensable. Means you cannot do without them. Okay? Metaphors are indispensable for understanding abstract concepts such as death. It's not as if you can understand abstract concept of death only by using metaphors. हमारा passage metaphor use कर रहा है doesn't mean that that is the only way. All right, so that is not the central argument, and we go back to see that awareness of mortality provides the perspective through which life acquires meaning, which means picture frame. Now we can focus on what is inside. यही तो theory था ना हमारा यहाँ पे, ठीक है? Next one, the reference to Gregory Bateson's idea of a frame primarily serves to demonstrates that Anton's metaphor has its root in an earlier theory about perception. All right, अब वहां पे ना बेटा, I think we can easily figure this out. Anton's inspiration for the idea of death being a picture frame for life came from anthropologist and social scientist Gregory Bateson. बात खत्म, यहीं पे आंसर मिल गया हमको. Demonstrates that Anton's metaphor has its roots. Inspiration आया था कहां से? Bates से. ठीक है, let's hold it. Establish that works of art offer the most appropriate analogy for understanding death. बेटा, we haven't compared it with anything else. तो यहां पे किया ठीक है, doesn't mean it offers the most appropriate. Absolute extreme option है बेटा. Let us eliminate. C. Argue that psychological theories are better suited than religious beliefs to explain mortality. But again, psychological theories compared to religious beliefs. ऐसा भी कोई concept वहां पे discuss नहीं हुआ, let alone this part. ठीक, eliminated. D. Show that people consciously ignore aspects of reality that lie outside their immediate experience. Actually, it is not ignorance, it is being able to focus on what is inside the frame. तो ये भी element होता है बेटा. We go back to A. Demonstrates that Anton's metaphor has its roots in an earlier theory about perception. Number 3. Which one of the following can be most reasonably inferred from the passage? Inference beta can be derived from the data that is provided in the passage. Okay, number 1. Scientific progress is ultimately responsible for reducing the quality of human life. Scientific progress has made us more fearful of death. Doesn't mean it has reduced the quality of human life. तो ये तो नहीं बोला वहां पे, ठीक बेटा, हटाते हैं इसको. B. A meaningful life requires an awareness that human existence is finite. This can be inferred simply by picture frame analogy. All right, so let's hold it. C. Ancient societies were generally more successful than modern societies in overcoming the fear of death. Beta, they were more they simply accepted death as a part of life. Doesn't mean they were more successful in overcoming the fear of death. D. The search for the causes of death is incompatible with the search for its meaning. All right, now if you see this concept, ये इन्होंने discuss किया है, causal. Western world rarely searches for meaning, that is purpose, in death, instead seeking a causal explanation for it, such as people dying due to their dietary habits or carelessness. This doesn't mean that they are incompatible. They are simply different, that's it. Western world focuses more on the cause. Doesn't mean that this is incompatible with the search for its meaning. I think we can happily stay with B. A meaningful life requires an awareness that human existence is finite. If we are aware that existence is finite, we can focus more on life. Number 4. The discussion of ars moriendi in third paragraph mainly functions to ars moriendi का वहाँ पे use क्या है? Why has it been mentioned? A. Illustrate that earlier traditions often viewed accepting death as an integral part of living. All right. B. Establish that religious beliefs provide a complete explanation for mortality. इसके लिए तो नहीं बोला है that it provides a complete explanation. All right. इसको तो हटाते हैं. C. Argue that historical attitudes towards death were more rational than contemporary ones. But they were more logical. ये तो नहीं डिस्कस किया वहां पे. They accepted it, but was it more logical? We don't know. D. Demonstrate that medicine has replaced religion. Medicine has replaced religion as the primary source of meaning in human life. Medicine has helped us to live longer. Doesn't mean it has replaced religion as the primary source of meaning in human life. We can go back to A, that is, illustrate that earlier traditions were often viewed accepting death as an integral part of living, art of dying. इसका मतलब था जो पास मोरेंडी का. Number 5. Which of the following statements would the author be most likely to agree with? Again, beta, this is question based on inference. What can we infer? A. Death is valuable chiefly because it motivates scientific and medical advancements. Medical and scientific advancements have led us to live longer. Doesn't mean that death is valuable chiefly because it motivates. Death doesn't motivate that. Okay, chalo. Next, as per the passage actually. B. Seeking only the immediate causes of death may distract us from reflecting on its broader significance. Okay, causes of death. Hold करते हैं, देखते हैं. See, the fear of death can be eliminated through greater medical intervention. In fact, ये तो उल्टा बोल रहा है. Medical interventions के चलते हम ज़्यादा डरने लगे हैं. We have become more fearful of death. इसको हटाओ जी. D. The metaphor of life as a picture frame is meaningful only within a religion, only within a religious worldview. नहीं, ये तो religious के अलावा बाकी भी बात कर रहा है ना वो तो. ठीक है, तो this is gone. We stick to B, that is seeking only the immediate causes of death may distract us from reflecting on its broader significance. वो causal explanation ढूंढ रहे हैं western world वाले, and not the purpose or the meaning of death. ठीक, तो I think we can go with B. Let us check number 6. Which one of the following, if true, would most seriously weaken Anton's claim that death serves as life's picture frame? Seriously weaken. वो कहता है if you are aware of death, okay, then you can focus more on what happens in your life. Fine. इसको weaken करना है. We have to weaken this statement. A. Philosophers have long disagreed about the relationship between mortality and meaning. Okay, तो philosophers have long disagreed. तो disagree में तो कुछ लोग तो agree भी कर रहे होंगे ना फिर. So you can't say it is entirely weakening the statement. B. Different cultures employ different metaphors to describe death and dying. Okay, different cultures employ different metaphors, but they may still be explaining the same thing. So it's not necessary that they are weakening Anton's statement. हो सकता है metaphor different करके यही बात बता रहा हो कि you can focus on life this way. ठीक, तो इसको बिठाते हैं. We need to weaken the statement. C. Many people devote considerable effort to prolonging life through healthier lifestyles. Well, this, if anything, this does not weaken. It actually says the thing that Anton himself says कि दवाई वाई खा के life prolong कर लिया हम लोगों ने. This is gone. Let's check D. Oh, we have, this is the only one that's left. Individuals who strongly avoid thinking about death often continue to pursue purposeful and fulfilling lives. वो कह रहा है अगर आप aware हो अपने death को लेके तो you can lead a purposeful life. ये कह रहा है people who strongly avoid thinking about death often continue to pursue purposeful and fulfilling lives. Actually लाइट चले गया है तो I am slightly in a state of panic. ऐसा ना हो कि डुम सब बंद हो जाए. Anyway, pursue purposeful and fulfilling lives. तो ये कहता है कि you should be aware of death. ये कह रहा है वो सोचते ही नहीं है लेकिन फिर भी मस्त जी रहे हैं बढ़िया मीनिंगफुल लाइफ के साथ. So D is the one that most seriously weakens Anton's claim that death serves as life's picture frame. So this was question number 6. And here we are for all those icons on display. Jeet lo yaar. And the batches for 27-28. And I hope you get all 6 correct. And this was from philosophy. All right. Reach the end of the document. See you soon with number 4. Bye.